I rode to the club with felons and thugs. Stepped the wrong way. Telling you, cuz. So I'm back again, y'all. Trying to eat my little salad. Trying to do better, you know. But it's hard, especially when, you know, shit like that. Just calling your name. Y'all know how it be. But I'm here to talk to y'all about the biggest key to becoming a high value man. You know what I mean? This is the biggest key, but all this shit is going to tie into one thing, right? Oh yeah, I forgot something. Oh, that right there. Yeah. All right. First of all, let's talk about what people perceive to be a high value man, mainly when it comes to men. They say looks, money, and getting a lot of women, right? That's what most men will say. Looks, money, and getting a lot of women. So let's start with looks. Let's start with looks. Looks can be a benefit, but it also can be a bad thing because it could attract the wrong women. And if your mind isn't in the right place, which is part of being a high value man, or if you don't have game, which is part of being a high value man, you're probably going to pick the wrong type of woman. You might get caught up in the wrong decision making. Yeah, basically, you know, you got looks, but that means you got to be even extra careful. Kind of like if a man got money, now you really got to be careful because now you're going to attract a whole bunch of women. Like if you're a rich man, like a billionaire or something, and everybody think that it's a cakewalk or something that's a walk in the park, but really it's even harder because even if you are successful, a lot of men think that once they're successful that they can't be knocked off that horse, and that's far from the truth. But anyway, let me start with game. See, a lot of y'all think game. I wanted to start with looks, but I might come back to that. A lot of y'all think game is saying some words to a woman or some shit, when really that's deception. The reason why you need game as a high value man is so you'll know if game has been ran on you, or so you'll know game to recognize the right women or woman to pick. If you don't have game, you're probably going to be one of these basketball players or something that got with the wrong woman and got divorced, raped, or got accused of rape or something like that because your game is not on point to realize that you need to filter out a woman and see if she really fucking with you. That's what game's about. It ain't about let me say some smooth shit to a woman. That's deception because you're trying, even if you're not trying to technically deceive the woman, you still are deceiving the woman by thinking, what should I say? That's deception. You're not being you. No way around it. It's deception. I'm going to say something smooth to her and all this shit. Man, that's crazy. That's not what game is. Game is recognizing if it's been ran on you. Game is chess moves in life. Period. Chess moves. Should I pick this woman? Or why shouldn't I pick this woman, etc.? That's what game is. It ain't no fucking words or lies and deception. I don't know who the fuck telling y'all that, but that's not game. That's deception. Get it right, man. Get it right. Understand what the fuck game really is, right? Women have plenty of game. That's why they run it on y'all. While y'all out here worried about trying to say the right words and all this bullshit, she filtering y'all out. Especially, and don't let it be a female player because she really got game and she gonna apply it too. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come back to that game shit maybe if I think about something else. Sleeping around. Once again, we go back to men saying that a high value man means you get a lot of women, right? That's what they say. But not necessarily, because women already got their minds made up who the fuck they like, man. A lot of y'all think you're going to do some extra shit to make a woman like you. You might be able to do some extra shit to get a woman to fuck with you, but now you're that NBA basketball player that might marry a woman or deal with the wrong woman. Yeah, you got the woman to fuck with you, but guess what? she probably gonna take your bag or divorce, rape you, or something like that, right? Telling you, man, women already got their mind made up if they like you or not, man. All this other shit saying somebody, you could be a bum and still get a lot of women. So if getting a lot of women is determined by you being a high value man, that don't make any sense to me. Because bums get plenty of women, right? Because women like those guys for whatever reason. Who cares? Who gives a fuck why, right? But sleeping around, why is this something that is a stumbling block to becoming a high value man? Because we had divorce rate, accused of rape, diseases, having kids out of wedlock, spirits and energy being put in you. Now you're somebody that you don't even know who the fuck you are, basically. All this energy and shit, you don't know what that woman's energy was. But y'all don't believe that. Y'all men think that it's okay to sleep around with anybody, right? That's what you think. Another thing y'all worry about is who women pick. How can you become a high value man if you're so worried about what a woman picked? She didn't pick me, so now my energy is worried about why didn't she pick me, man? I must be ugly, this or that. All that energy should be put to some fucking project or some shit. Why you worried about why she didn't text you back or who she's sleeping with and all that energy could be put to some other shit. See, if you had game, you would realize that a woman who really fuck with you wouldn't be stressing you the fuck out like that, worried about what she doing and all these games they play. You would already recognize the women who are playing games versus the women who are really trying to fuck with you. But y'all think game is words. I guess it could be, but that's deception in my book. That's not game in my book. Game is strategy, understanding who the fuck's fucking with you and who's not. That's what the game's for. Who's playing the game with me? That's what game's for. And who's not. Not no fucking words, man. I don't give a fuck what y'all say, man. But y'all worried about what a woman chooses and what she doing and why she didn't want to talk to you after why she rejected you. All these things sink deep into your energy and your soul, and now you don't even feel like you're nobody. I'm nobody special, man. I'm just gonna give up on life, and I don't want to do nothing special. Or you only do things special, like I'm gonna lift weights and shit because some woman like me, and then when a woman don't like you, now you ready to kill yourself. You can't be a high value man when you allow women to determine how you feel about yourself because of how they feel about you. It's that woman. That woman is the stumbling block every time. The biggest key to becoming a high value man is being able to defeat the so-called stumbling block, and that's the women. It's not the good woman because she's actually an asset, but it's all the other women. It's the bad ones. If a man can conquer this, dog, he can conquer anything, because everything a man does and how he's distracted or how he moves and things always goes back to some sex and a fucking woman down there. Everything you look at, no matter what you're looking at, it always goes back. A lot of flexing of cars and shit. A lot of y'all going out and buying a car you cannot afford because you're trying to attract women instead of trying to become a high value man. You're allowing a woman to determine how you should feel or move. If I don't have a $80,000 car, they won't think I'm attractive. They won't think I'm the shit. I got to be like Warren and this guy and that guy. No offense, Warren. I'm just using your example. I see a name, so I'm saying a name, right? I got to keep up with the other guys. That's not how you going to be a high value man, allowing other people, not just women, but other people to determine how you feel or how you move. How? You can't. Once again, it goes back to that woman or women being the stumbling block. A lot of men right now about to go to jail tonight because of a woman. A lot of men right now in jail because of a woman. A lot of men are going to end up in jail because of a woman. Just got out of jail because of a woman. No offense to women who are good, but it has to be said. The men need to filter out which one of y'all are the good ones and the bad ones. If you're a good woman, then let it fly. Why are you worried about it, right? This don't apply to you. I'm actually trying to help men recognize who the fuck y'all are. If you're a so-called good woman watching this, you should be offended. I'm trying to wake men the fuck up. telling you, dog, it's the biggest fucking problem, bro. Well, she got with another guy, and you allow that to affect you. She cheated on me, Twan. Now you ready to commit suicide, or you about to go over there and shoot a guy, or go to jail, or some shit, dumb shit, or just let it affect you in general. Now you're a human being, I get it, but you can't let that. You can't let it affect how you move in life. You gotta keep moving. But a lot of y'all not doing that. When a woman rejects you or cheats on you or something, you crumble. You just fold. You break. You break, man. Because you don't. If you had game, you would realize, you know what? A woman who really fucked with me wouldn't do that, and I'd probably just get better later on. That she wasn't meant. I was too good for her. But y'all don't do that because you don't have game. What do? Oh, something's wrong with me, dog. Nah, man, this or that. You worry about why she did it and all this other shit. She's not yours is why she did it. If she was, she wouldn't have done it. If you had game, you would know that. It wouldn't be no wrestling back and forth about, is his thing bigger than mine or this or that? Come on, man. You doing that because you don't have game. Why didn't she pick me, man? I must be ugly. I mean, she could have picked a dude that's way not even on your level. But y'all don't have enough game to understand this. You think because a woman rejects you, it's always your fault? Or some of y'all go off of a woman's looks and think by default that she's a good woman because you don't have game. Just because she look good don't mean make her a good woman. Don't mean her sex could be garbage. Her head could be garbage. Her mind could be garbage. But you don't have enough game to understand this. You don't. Not everybody, but most of y'all. And then some of y'all say, well, I'm still getting women. I sell dope. I'm getting the money. Or I'm a successful man and I'm still getting women, but you don't understand. Again, you don't have game. You don't understand that a woman could knock you off. One bad woman could take that whole thing away. You seen what almost happened to Deshaun Watson if the story's real. We're not getting into that. Let's just hypothetically say football's not scripted and all that bullshit, but y'all already know how I get down. So let's just act like it's not. You seen what could have happened to dude. He could have faced 20 years. He was on top of the mountain. But not having game, not understanding what women really fucking with me. You know what I mean? Just thinking, just because I'm Deshaun Watson or something, every woman gonna fuck me or whatever, I'm entitled or whatever. I don't know the story, but you get my point. You know what I'm saying? But if you had game, you would understand, you know what? The more successful I am, the more I gotta be careful when I deal with women. Because this is my biggest stumbling block. Either a woman's gonna be the greatest asset to your life, besides yourself and God, of course. But I'm talking about as far as women. Either she's going to be one hell of an asset or she's going to be one hell of a fucking burden. It's going to be one or the other, dog. So you really got to understand this, man. You really got to learn how to peep this shit out, man. At the end of the day, it's women. It's women. If you can conquer this, and a lot of men can't. This is why instead of right now, there's a man that should be working on a project right now. Instead, he's texting a woman trying to get some sex. Right now, a man got to get up and go to work tomorrow. He going to call off work or show up for late for work or get fired because he's out fucking with women. Right now, somebody, God forbid, but somebody going to get shot tonight in the club over some women trying to flex and, oh, man, you stepped on my shoe and women are watching. Bang, bang, motherfucker. Stupid shit, man. Stupid shit. I'm telling you, man, it's the man's biggest kryptonite. And the devil uses them against you. Not all. Now, if it's a woman from God, of course, you're good. See, that's the thing. It's either going to be from God or from the devil. A woman's either going to be from God or the devil. There's no in between on that bullshit, dog. Either she's going to be good for your life or she's not. And some of y'all still think, back to what I was saying, well, I'm still getting sex and I'm still getting money and all this. Well, you could be getting more money. You're still letting women drain your energy, take your time and resources, you know, opposed to getting one solid ass woman that actually benefits your life and wants to build with you. Nah, y'all don't want to do that. Y'all want to get women that's taken from you and all this and all that. And, oh yeah, but I'm still getting money and sex. Yeah, but you paying bottles and shit to sleep with these women. These women don't even want you. You might as well just sleep with a fucking blow up dog because basically it's damn near rape. A lot of y'all getting women because you smoking weed with them and shit. Not because they want to fuck you. It's because of what you got. I don't even want to fuck a woman that don't want me for me. Fuck that. Fuck I want to fuck you for if you don't really want me. Make no sense. But a lot of y'all, that's the type of sex y'all get. Y'all getting transactional sex. You're not getting legitimate sex. She thinking about a whole nother man, and you think you the man because you have no game, because you don't understand how to filter out people, or you just don't want to accept reality. You know the girl don't really like you, but you and your feelings, you know what I mean? You can't be a man about it. I know she really don't like me, man, but I'm going to stay anyway. She just fucked another guy, you know, and cheated on me, but I'm going to take her back anyway. We've been there. I've been there before. You know what I mean? I've been there before, but I don't think it'll happen again because I know better. I love myself. You know what I'm saying? Just think, man. What if a guy had a chance to... What if he started at some place right here? He's making $60K or some shit. And he moves like he's supposed to move, trying to become a high-value man. And he don't allow his thoughts of, to get more women, I better buy a car or whatever the case. Y'all get the point. He don't let that happen, and he sticks to his guns, and, you know, he just go get a normal car or something. And then eventually he buys a business and all this other shit. Versus, oh, I'm the shit now. I'm getting a little bit of money and this and that. I'm about to get another car and get all the hoes. And then you fall the fuck off. Fall flat on your fucking face. All because of the thought of women versus the thought of being a high-value man. Period. That's all it boils down to. Same thing with y'all men who say, I'm getting all this sex and sleeping around. All that time wasted could have been applied. You probably could be a millionaire by now. But you would rather settle for some pussy that you got to share with every fucking body. Or even worse, take the chance of catching something, or charged with rape, or even set up and being murdered. Because yes, they do this. All these stumbling blocks go back to the female, the wrong females. That's the biggest thing. Because really nothing else stops a man from everything. Like I said, if you look at almost every man, almost except for men who are really trying to be high value men, they move how they move. They don't allow women to determine how they move. Of course, if you have a wife, you're going to ask her, like, you think we should, man, I mean, like, if it affects her, like, yeah, you think I should do this? Whatever. Y'all get the point. But all this other shit, like just men sleeping around and shit and fronting, that's another one. Fronting like I'm winning in life, but really I'm broke on the low. Look at me, I'm a boss, I got a business. He will never become a real boss because he the glamour. As long as women sleeping with him, as long as I can fake it till I make it, and I'm getting sex out of it, I'm gonna do it. You'll never become what you faking. A stumbling block. Because you worried about what women think, or you worried about the sex. Sometimes it ain't even a woman; it's the sex, or the attention. That's another one. It's all tied in, and the reason why I say this is the biggest stumbling block for men, because this is the hardest stumbling block. There's all kinds of stumbling blocks that we gotta face as men. I'm not saying there's not, but that's the biggest one. That is the biggest one because everybody loves sex, right? It's hard to not deal with that in beautiful women. Who don't love a beautiful woman? Like, thank God he made women, right? So it's not a knock on women. I get it. That's why the whole point is it's the biggest stumbling block. If you want to become a high value man, you're going to have to master the avoiding the stumbling block of women. Some of them are going to just use you for attention. If you don't have game, you're going to fall for that. You might pass up on a good one dealing with this one that just playing you for attention and you don't see it. She just came back because her boyfriend broke up and you don't see it because you don't have game. And this one over here been trying to fuck with you the whole time, but oh, she looks a little bit better. Again, you don't have game. You think looks matter or looks makes that one better than that one because she looks slightly better or some dumbass shit. You know what I'm saying? Or you might have a kid by the wrong woman. I ain't say that if you have a kid it's going to work. Like, you can't guarantee that. But you can pretty much guarantee what type of person you're having a kid with. You know what I'm saying? The relationship might not work. That's one thing, but to say that you can't kind of grasp what type of woman you're having a kid with, that's foolish. Now, I'm not buying that one. Because for one, you should get married first before you even have a kid with a woman. That's another thing. See, everything... See, women don't really have to face consequences for their choices as much as men do. They do, but there's always a bailout for them more than us, especially if she look good. I'll say that. If she's a real good-looking woman, there's always a bailout for her. There's always some man dropping down to the fucking ground ready to worship her. She can fuck up in life forever. But as long as she got looks in a vagina, she can always bounce back with that. Now, every woman can't really do that necessarily because they might lack in looks or whatever. But y'all get the point. So, man, to recap this shit, game, you got to have game, because not the game of, I'm going to say something smooth to her. That's fake. That's deception, right? Trying to tell women something nice to try to get something out of them. That's deception. No, the game of recognizing who the woman is, or recognizing why you should choose a woman, or recognizing why you shouldn't sleep around, and why a solid woman is an asset and sleeping around is not an asset. Recognizing that a lot of y'all are paying money to sleep with women that don't really want you. They're just getting there for the resources, and that's a lot of times why you end up with this Me Too bullshit, this type of shit, right? Another thing, caring about a woman didn't want to text you back or whatever. Who gives a fuck? She probably texted somebody else. Oh well. You put yourself in her you put yourself in her space. She ain't bite. Oh well. See, y'all worried about some other shit and where you could be moving on in life trying to become successful. Nobody got time for a woman who don't really want you. If you had game, you would know. Either she wants you or she don't. Ain't nobody got time for that. Or she's interested or she's not. All this, why she didn't do it, or why she talking to this guy, that guy, you cannot care. If you want to become a high value man, you cannot care about who women like. If they don't like you, who gives a fuck? That's all that matters. And you got to have game to really recognize if she really like you. Recognize if you're the number one choice, not some second or third, because Chad and Tyrone busted a nut on my face and he don't want me. No. We're not dealing with that. Because we can find a woman, we can keep moving past that and find a woman that actually likes us and wants us to bust a nut on her face. Fuck all that bullshit, man. Stop settling for second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. That's not what you shouldn't do that. Flexing, lying about how you a boss and all this and all that instead of becoming it, or faking it. I'm gonna buy an $80,000 car even though I know I'm broke on a low. That type of shit, man. Once again, back to what allowing. Oh shit! Hold on. Almost burnt my shit. Hey, so like flexing, like buying shit that you can't afford and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Trying to look good for women. If you had game, you would realize that a woman who really fuck with you, that's really meant for you from God, right? A good woman from God. It's not about how much money you got or the muscles and all that. Y'all doing that trying to attract women that would like you for the wrong shit, more than likely. Not saying that the right woman wouldn't like you to have money or like the fact that you have muscles and shit like that, but it's not going to take that. In other words, you don't got to do magic tricks to make a woman that like you. Does Chad or Tyrone got to do magic tricks? Nope. They ignore her and every fucking thing. Don't take her on no date or nothing. And she worship the ground they walk on. So you mean to tell me that there's not a woman out there that feel that way about you? But you want Chad and Tyrone's woman. You're trying to make her like you when you can't do that. Either she likes you or she don't. You're wasting time. You're wasting energy. And you're being used. You're being used as a tampon or a backup. You know what I mean? Let me hit him up now since such and such don't want me no more. Nah, fuck that, man. Why? Why do that? When you could potentially lose out on a future wife or great woman dealing with women that don't want you, that see no future in you. Nah, man. Let them hold that L. They chose the wrong guy. That's not your job to make her feel buttered up and feel good again. Nah. Because remember, you're not good enough. So if I'm not good enough, don't ask me for attention or money or nothing. Remember, I'm not Chad or Tyrone. Go ask them. Nah, I'd rather give it to a woman who really fuck with me. Because that's who deserves it. Just like if you're a woman watching, it's no different than a woman giving sex to a man that really don't want to fuck with her, versus one to do. You might as well just stay celibate until you find one that would do. But they let their attraction and all that shit get in the way, so they end up fucking people and hope to God that he commits, and he probably ain't going to, right? More than likely, because he probably don't like her like that, and it is what it is. And the look and the success, don't let that shit go to your head. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all, some of y'all get successful, then you maybe get a little couple women, you know what I mean? Because you don't have game, you don't understand why a lot of them are coming around now. And oh yeah, now I'm gonna call off work, I'm gonna party tonight, or drink or smoke or all that, instead of handling your business as a man first. You know what I'm saying? You want to go out and kick it and lose your job and shit. Or drink and drive and lose your CDL, or whatever the case may be. Y'all get the point. Let your business go down. Chasing women now. Oh, I can relax now. I'm winning. Pop the bottle, nigga. I'm winning. No, you ain't winning. It ain't over, motherfucker. Are you dead? No, it's not over. Fuck you doing? Celebrating what? Celebrating what, man? I'm wondering. Stop it. You got work to do. You're a man. You're not a woman. Nobody's coming to save you. You can't just look handsome. I wish I would. Look, I'm not an ugly motherfucker. You think women jumping in my inbox? I want to take care of you. And yeah, right, man. In what world, man? In what world? Put a woman equivalent with my face, you know, a woman that look good, equivalent man-wise, but woman-wise. And she probably got thousands of motherfuckers in her inbox talking about want to change her life. Some of them probably lying like a motherfucker, but some of them ain't. You don't have that luxury as a man, dog. You can't. Your room for error is zero. Period. There ain't no room for error as a man. Nobody's coming to save you, dog. You're not a woman. That's just what it is, man. It's in us to want to take care of them. So they got the upper hand on that, period. You don't. Get over it. And if a woman do want to take care of you, as a man, you got to ask yourself, why would you want that? For one. And she probably just want the power and the credit of, see, I built you up, nigga. I made you. She want to be God. She want to be your God. Instead of God, allowing God to make you up. That's why they don't pick men that God has made up. They want to pick a man, a bum, and so they can build him up and take credit that God should do with this guy's life. They don't want the solid guy. Some of them, yes. Smart women, yes. But the other ones, no. They scared of you. They're terrified. But if you had game, you would know this. Instead, I'm ugly. That's why she likes Chad and Tyrone. Probably because she's probably not a good woman, for one. Or if she is a good woman, she's intimidated or thinks she's insecure or thinks she doesn't deserve a good guy. Or she just flat out don't know the difference. Some women just don't know. But here you are thinking, I'm ugly and this or that. You have no game. That's why you're thinking this, man. I'm telling you, man. It would not bother you if you had game. Oh, well, she don't like me. Oh, well. Who gives a fuck, man? You cannot care. Because when you start caring, that's energy. Gone. That you could have been applying to something to make your life better. But instead, you worry about why a woman don't like you. Nothing you could do about it. I'm telling you, I don't care how many ways you live. I don't care how much words you say, how you stand this way and that way. Do all the fuck you want. If she don't like you, she not going to like you. And if she do like you, it's going to be effortless. Only you can fuck it up. For real, for real. Because she like you, man. It's one or the other. Stop all that bullshit, man. And the last one, the looks, man. A lot of y'all saying, well, you got to look good or whatever. Man, looks is subjective. Once again, you're worried about what women think or whatever. Instead of what you think about yourself. Not what other people think. Every last man has the potential to groom himself up and be handsome in his own right. Just like every woman. Who am I to say this woman's ugly? Because I think she's ugly. I'm not that attracted to Rihanna. Come on, man. We know she's not ugly. I know she's not ugly. That don't mean I'm attracted to her, though. Just not. It is what it is, man. Y'all thinking that if I don't get a lot of women, then I'm not a high-value man. And if you do, when you become a high-value man and you're going to get a lot of women, that ain't got nothing to do with being no high-value fucking man. Getting a lot of women has nothing to do with it, dog. You could be a fucking bum on your mom's couch and getting all kind of women. Chad and Tyrone do? What value does Chad and Tyrone give to these women? You could say sex, but I mean, every man got sex, right? What value does Chad and Tyrone give to the women? Because it's about being a high value man, right? That's what gets you women, right? So tell me, I'm waiting. What? I can't hear y'all. What does Chad and Tyrone give them that makes them valuable? Because if you're not giving something to a woman, how can you be valuable to them? Just wondering. If I'm not, like, say a woman got kids and I'm just coming over to fuck her, that's it. How am I really valuable to that woman? Unless she's a foolish ass woman that only cares about sex and doesn't understand that she should be fucking with a guy that's really willing to try to be with her the long way. So now you gotta question that woman. Why do you even want that type of woman? She probably getting done that to her by a lot of men because where's her standards? See, women who fuck with Chad and Tyrone, where's their standards? You gotta ask yourself that. Do they have standards? Probably not. We're not talking about women who get good, decent men. We're talking about women who fuck with Chad and Tyrones and bums. The ones that y'all constantly claim that this is all the women like. So why you worry about them women? That's another thing. Being a high value man, you can't worry about women that are not high value. Because they will destroy your empire. I don't know how many times I gotta tell y'all this. Just like you say that women are worried about Chad and Tyrone and the bad guy and the bum that treats them like shit. So are you. Because you're worried about a woman that don't like you. Think about it. Why? Why would you worry about a woman that don't like you? That's the same thing that women are doing. Except for they're having sex with him. Because she's a woman. So she's capable of having sex with the guy. But to that woman in her shoes, it's equivalent basically to you getting rejected and not getting play from no woman. It's the same thing. You think women just want to be fucked and that's it? I highly doubt it unless she's a female player or some shit. But decent women, no. So what are they getting out of it? They're not happy with that, man. Y'all just think that because all y'all think about is sex. That's why y'all think women are, they so luckier than us, dog. They got it easy. Because all you're thinking about is how easy it is for a woman to fuck somebody. But what about all the other shit? Commitment, not picking the wrong guy, having a kid, by all this other shit. It's not easy for them either. With that note, I'm going to leave this shit alone, man. That's all I got to say, man. And the number one thing, I'm going to say it one more time, game is not fucking words. Smooth words or all this bullshit, man. That's deception to me. If you got to, say perfect lines and shit every fucking time you speak, you're just a character, man. You're not who you really are. And you're trying to deceive because you're thinking of shit. Like, I'm going to think of this to say and that to say. That's stupidity, man. Game is making the right decisions in life, basically, when it comes to women or anything. And recognizing what's bad and what's plotting and what's wrong. And that's game. Not fucking words, man. Not words. Game is recognizing basically red pill. Red pill, the truth. Like, okay, I'm not going to throw my fucking TV out the window because I understand Vegas has a hand in the NFL. You know what I mean? I'm not going to get emotional. Oh, they lost. I have game. I've studied and done research on this shit. Game is when I have a kid, I'm not going to stop them from listening to rap music, but we're going to have a talk and I'm going to explain to them who really put the shit out there. Why you see Young Thug in a dress and why you see him talking about killing and all this and all that. I ain't gonna tell them not to listen to it. I'm just gonna explain to them why it was put here for, so they can have game on it. That's what game is, y'all. Game is knowing that black people's history didn't start on a slave boat. That's game. Knowledge. That's all it is. But y'all think game is I'm gonna say some words to a woman to get some pussy. Come on, man. Is that high value to you? Because not to me. And a lot of men, that's how they get a lot of women. So for far as that high value bullshit, I just basically dropped the mic on that shit. Because you got to be deceitful. You got to lie and all this other bullshit to get a lot of women. And anybody who say they don't is a liar. Because you're probably going to be with this woman and this woman's going to call, where you at? What you doing? Oh, I'm over here. And lying like a motherfucker. Oh, I'm in bed. That's a lie. You have to lie and deceive to get a lot of women. No way around it. Now you're playing with God. And I don't think you want to do that. Oh, ain't nothing happened yet, Twan. I'm still fucking and getting money. Okay, go ahead. Mr. Be hard-headed. I ain't here to tell you nothing. Do you. But it's a stumbling block. That's all I got to say. So, you could be Deshaun Watson way up here. And a woman say you raped her. Yep, game over. Just like that. So I'm out of here, y'all. Y'all have a good night, man. And if you're a woman watching and you're a good woman, why be offended? All I'm doing is trying to wake these men up and recognize who the fuck y'all are. You know what I'm saying? Just like a lot of men try to wake y'all up and help y'all realize that, man, yeah, maybe y'all should start thinking a little bit different, when you pick men, not just go for a handsome face and all this and all that. Same thing. You know what I mean? But you like what you like, so you're going to do what you're going to do. But if you had game, you would understand that there's more to a woman than her fucking looks. You're not going to just pick a woman just because of looks. I get it. Yeah, she look good as fuck. But, man, she a female player, dog. I can't fuck with that. A lot of y'all gonna fuck her, let me put a kid in her, try to lock her down. No game. Because you don't understand the consequences of that when you do that. You think that if you put a kid in a woman, that she gonna cooperate and be with you or some shit? Have you lost your fucking mind? Or you think because you get muscles and a little bit of money or something that you're going to attract women? By default, you're going to attract women that really fuck with you. If Kanye West had game, he wouldn't be in the situation he's in. Because he would have already seen that she did this shit to Ray J and whoever else the fuck she was with, right? Kanye would understand, I can't change the woman. She has to change herself. But apparently he thought he could. I'm Kanye West. That's another thing. Men think they better than the next man. I'm this guy. And a woman's going to treat me differently. Yeah, right. If a woman want to... let's say a woman broke up with her boyfriend and she want to use men for attention for now, you no exception. I don't know why you think you better. Because you don't have game. That's why you think you better. You know what I mean? Or, nah, they won't say me. They won't say I raped a woman. Never that. Where I could sleep around, I won't ever catch a disease or get a woman pregnant and be on child support. Not me. See, a lot of y'all think not me, and that's y'all problem, man. You can't move like that, man. If you want to become a high-value man, you can't be like, oh, not me. I'll never lose my business by playing around and partying and shit and all this bullshit. Not me. I'll never get fired or this or that. Yes, you. If you're not careful, yes, you, man. Y'all have a good night, man.